Canada, Croeso e Cymru. More specifically, welcome to a roundabout just outside Bangor. I'm about to go in Britannia Bridge on the A55. Today I'm aiming to show you a fantastic route suitable for just about anybody on any bike. I'm going to circumnavigate Ynys-Môn. I'm going to circulate Anglesey. Bear with me a minute, just make sure I get on nice and safe. So to do that, there are a selection of roads I need to use, but most of them are fine for whatever size bike you've got. I'm out today on the CRF because I'm trying to get some miles on it so that it can go for its first service. So here we are, we're on Britannia Bridge. You may remember I did a video of On Safari where I talked about the lions underneath us here, and we're crossing the Menai Straits. So we've left mainland Britain and we're now going to be going on to the island of Anglesey, or Ynys-Môn as it's well known. So Robert Stevenson was the engineer that built the bridge originally. If you've watched my video, you'll hear all about how it burnt down in the 70s and how it's been rebuilt, slightly different configuration, but essentially still the same bridge. And there's all interesting bits if you fancy going to have a look at them down there. Okay, so we're now coming off the bridge, and the first thing we're going to do is turn left to Llanfairpwll. Now, one thing I will say is there are quite a few speed camera vans out on the island. Whether we'll see any today, I haven't got a clue, but there are quite a few, so do not be silly. So here we are, Llanfairpwll, the village, just on our left here. There's a joint service mountain training school for our lovely armed forces. So as we're coming into the village, first thing you do, if you want to do a circumnavigation of Anglesey, will be to turn left. This is the A4080. Now this is a great route. We'll see how long it takes. It's currently about 1:45. We'll be on the A4080 for quite a lot of the journey up this side of the island, but not entirely. Okay, so we finished going down that really tight little lane. It was very nice though. Wish I kept the camera on in a way. Right, so the first thing you do, you rejoin the 4080, just turn left. Is we're coming up to a 40-mile-an-hour limit. I guess this is Dwiren, but this isn't really, this is like a bypass really. National speed limit. So there's quite a lot of wind noise, I find, I think because of the screen, but it's not off-putting for me. It may be, however, for you guys. Now remember, I can't use full throttle because I'm still running this in. Now I'm going to be coming up here another day for a separate video, but Newborough is popular for all sorts of reasons. There's lovely beaches that you can walk on, run on, there's fantastic woods to go through, But for the petrol heads amongst us, there is also Tackler Tide, which is Anglesey's Motor Museum. It's a lovely little place, it's really good. I've been round it, it's fantastic. They do a, how can I call it? A vintage cafe they have, and you get lots and lots of car clubs going there. It's just down there, short distance. So we'll be popping in there on another trip. So that's a tease for you to keep subscribed to the channel. You get to see some of these places. But this is just so comfy. And also, I'm going to try to be filming today a video where I'm going to be doing some of the TET, the Trans-Euro Trail. Now I've set myself a challenge to produce a video showing me on the whole of the Innismore section of the Trans-Euro Trail. Don't know whether it'll be possible, but that's my aim today, to be able to do that. So this is Newborough Woods. Lovely sweeping roads. Very popular place to go for walking and walking your dogs. And we're going to stop in the next village as well, Malthrife. Now the reason why I want to stop there is because I've got here what I like to call Anglesey's answer to the Ribblehead Viaduct. It's not really, but you'll see what I mean. So the sea's just over here, no longer the Menai Straits, we're now turning more round the corner. I'm going to say more westerly, I don't know whether that's right, I'll check on the map later. And so we've got the sea now, so that's the Bristol Channel. And over there you can see the viaduct. Anglesey's answer to the Ribblehead Viaduct. To go down and take a closer look, we would be going off down on the right here, taking this road down. But we're not, so we won't. Oh, I've stopped in completely the wrong place. What an idiot. There we go. Right, let's leave Malthrife. Let's leave the village. Now this is important. To get the best view that we want, or the best circumnavigation, we do need, and I mean really need, to come off here. Otherwise you miss possibly one of the best bits of road in the UK, in my opinion. You may not agree, but honestly I do think this is a magnificent stretch coming up. And at 30. Oh well. I normally only get one there. Oh well, I've got both of them today. Now I had been hoping, when we were in the Nationals, that today would be bright, but also quite windy. Because when it's a windy day, the views of the sea are particularly good. But we'll find out later. So the road surface isn't the best, I'll admit. These are obviously dunes and a bit of a salt marsh. So yeah, the road surface isn't the best, but it's okay, quite passable. Certainly for me on this, it's not an issue. Hooray. Isn't that lovely? Palm trees, wow. And back to Nationals. It's quite bright, isn't it? Now, unfortunately, I come running in, aren't I? So I can't do what I want to do. This here is track Moron, the Anglesey racetrack. I did lots of track days. Bikes as well as cars. What's that for a view? On a windy day, the waves are crashing over the rocks. This is absolutely spectacular. Quite still today. Okay, so there's a difference to the bike actually. As you may or may not have noticed, I've now got double take mirrors, so they can fold away. They serve two purposes. One, well actually let's give it three purposes. First one is so you can fold them in when you're on a trail. so you don't smash them if you do drop the bike. Number two, it makes it easier for me to get in and out the gateway at home. Number three, it's ramp mounted, so I could actually swap out one of the mirrors, this one, and mount the GoPro on there. So I'm not actually affecting the width of the bike. So, okay, so we're now taking another detour off the main stretch of the A4080. We're actually going to go into Rosniger. There is another function that these carry. If you see my first video when I did a walk around of this, I was exclaiming how you could actually use the mirrors, and I was rather surprised at that. Well, this gives me the Royal Enfield vibe. They're a little bit more vibratory than the standard mirrors. I certainly don't have an issue with that. I can see quite well with these. The point I've got with them, which to me is the most important thing, is I can see behind me, and they've got that flexibility to make them more practical. So here we are in Rosniger. Some beautiful properties for those of you that are particularly into your houses. I was talking to someone around here early in the spring, and they were saying, you know, there's lots of people where they just have holiday homes here, and so there's quite a proportion of houses that are empty most of the year. Anecdotally, Abersoch down on Llyn Peninsula, I was talking to someone there, and they were saying, I don't know how true it is, but it was out of 120 plus houses on one estate, no more than something like 32 are actually homes. And Abersoch School had to close because they just hadn't got any children. That is tragic. Over there is RAF Valley. Here's the local tennis club. Now this bit isn't really suitable for bigger bikes, I don't think. I've never actually been down here, but we'll give it a run, see what happens. If you don't want to, just follow that road that we were on, just the end, and turn left, and you'll soon come to where we're going to come out to. There's a helicopter over there to our left. I don't know that you can see it. I can. which was on the other side. There we go. There we go. Bit more room. There we go. Right, so there we go. Some pretty good roads around here, I think you'd agree. But we're going to take the scenic route. Lovely little bridge. strange. So you may be asking yourself, why on earth is he taking this route to go down to RAF Valley? And why does he want to go to RAF Valley? Well, for a start, it's something interesting. Secondly, we're trying to circumnavigate the island. So as it's on the edge of the island, it would seem a reasonable thing to do. I can't go round it because it's a RAF base, and not just even an airport, it's a proper RAF base as well. And they have men with like guns and women with guns, and they're not afraid to use them, so I don't really want to get into trouble. But yeah, it's as close as I can realistically get, and the roads are okay. Quite a good setup they've got here. It's not bad at all. So you come along here, we're going to go over a bridge, and now our road will go round to the right, sharp to the right. If you take the first right, immediately after the sharp bend, there's a big parking area for you to view from. We're going to be going past that in a second. Now, I'm not allowed to stop here. But there we go. Well, that's some red arrows. There's a sea over there. So obviously flying over from their base to here. There you go. Someone watching the planes. An enthusiast. This is the end of the main runway, which is why they have the part-time lights. RAF police there. Turning right away from the RAF base. Okay, so we're now going to go over the A55 just diverting away from the coast for a little distance. We're going to be heading back to the coast, that petrol station. This is obviously some sort of cargo carrying unit for the railway. Never ever seen anything that's working there. Now we're going to be turning off left here, as I say. Really pretty little places, 4 Mile Bridge and Triada Bay. This is the main line. To the right we'd go to Holyhead. If we were to go down it to the left, we'd go to London Euston. So this is 4 Mile Bridge. Really pretty. I don't want, you know, I know it's only a small thing, but it's just nice to come and see it. Here we go, up a bump. So here we are, entering Holyhead. Now we don't have time today, but you can take a little loop up to South Stack. That will have to be a separate video as well. So what we're going to do is head to the port. Now, they have recently been doing a day trip to Ireland for 2 people on a motorcycle for £49, I think it was, on board one of the ferry companies. Okay, and to my left is the ferry terminal. So where they're all going left, we have to continue on our circuit and go to the right. So there's the train station, and beyond is the ferry terminal. So before I leave Holyhead, I'm going to just put some petrol in the bike and continue on my run. This is actually London Road, the old A5, which, as I've said in many of my videos and probably bored you to death, takes you all the way down to Marble Arch. So as I pull in to go and fill up with petrol, this will be end of part 1. And once I've sorted my fuel out, you can join me for part 2.